Okay, game 4 here, and there's no draw on the board. There is an plus action card in Festival, but there's no draw. So your engine is going to be either a bunch of markets or and caravan guards, or really nothing. So there's Chapel on the board, which is a strong card, and there's Fool's Gold next to it, which is also a strong card. My opponent goes with the Horse Traders, and that kind of hints to me that they want to pick up Fool's Gold very quickly. I go for the Chapel here, not really sure if that is right or not, but I think it is good-ish, maybe, to help pay up the Fool's Gold. I also want Fool's Gold, by the way. So I could go for Fool's Gold off the bat here, but I am thinking about the Horse Traders now. I hadn't thought about it at all until my opponent picked up one, and I eventually decide, well, Horse Traders is probably good. I can get maybe 2 Fool's Gold, probably 2 Fool's Gold every time I play that Horse Traders. So my opponent's Chapel comes out, and it looks like my things collide, which is not good. Anyways, I'm going to start in on the Fool's Gold now. They don't collide, which is good for me, but not able to get rid of any estates. And that is a kind of a big deal, especially if you're playing a money strategy. My opponent managed to get 1 estate out, but I'm able to get 0. And they pick up a couple Fool's Gold. So I think they have the early exchanges at this point, going 3-1 on the Fool's Gold split, but I'll equalize that here. Not a bad hand for the Horse Traders to appear in as well. So we are 3-3 on the Fool's Gold right now. Presumably my opponent will pick up 2 Fool's Gold here, even though it's 8. But bit of a surprise to me, Market and Fool's Gold. But I think that was a safe play. I could get no more than 2 Fool's Gold, and I believe my opponent could come back and still level the Fool's Gold split. I'm not afforded that luxury. I have to take these 2 here so that I do not lose the Fool's Gold split. And now we have them 5 apiece. So Fool's Gold is empty. And my opponent picks up a Caravan Guard with that Fool's Gold, which is fine. I don't know if Silver is better though. Not sure. So here, I spend a bit of time thinking I could go for a market at this point, as my opponent did. You do want some plus buys throughout your deck in case, oh, you happen to draw like 5 Fool's Gold in one go and oh, no plus buy, that's bad. So market is a consideration, festival as well, but really what I was thinking about here was the Mandarin. I decided against the Mandarin at this point because it would cause 2 Fool's Gold to miss the shuffle, and there wasn't anything great at the top of my deck, I think. Obviously the Mandarin is in my mind, and I will pick it up at a more opportune time when perhaps I can put a Fool's Gold back on top of my deck to line up with the 2 remaining to get a province, something like that. Anyways, no Mandarin right now is the moral of the story. Gold for me instead of the Mandarin. We're playing a money strategy, so we want lots and lots of money. So my opponent goes for the Merchant Guild at this point, and that, I like it. It can give him a bit of leverage, the extra coin tokens that is, if you manage to get it in play. And I wanted one, but now I pick up the Mandarin here, and with 3 I go for a Caravan Guard. Again, maybe that should have been a silver, to be honest. And I pick up the Mandarin at that point because I was fairly certain I could get to province by sticking back the 2 Fool's Gold. And I managed to pick up the province. So we are 1 each on the provinces here. My opponent gets a Merchant Guild down, but just 4 coins. So probably going to buy just one thing, which is a Caravan Guard. Which is fine. Half a peddler in this game, really. There's no attacks to trigger it. 5, I considered the Merchant Guild here. I wanted it for the coin tokens, but I can't support that many terminals. I have to take the festival. Or alternatively the market, but I think the festival is better. Its plus actions could alleviate my terminal problem and is worth a bit more money, even though it doesn't draw the card. Drawing cards is not so important in this game. So 9 and 2 buys for my opponent. Could go for province. Instead goes for the Mandarin and another Caravan Guard. So the Mandarin there is probably very good for my opponent, given that they have much more plus buy in their deck and can make more use of those extra Fool's Gold. You see here 12 and 2 buys, that's still not too bad. 13 is a bit more scary, but my opponent pushes a coin token and gets to 13, goes for province and duchy. Not sure if it is too early for duchy there, but whatever, I suppose is okay. I am able to get up to 8 here with this gold that I bought over the Mandarin, so very good for me. Getting the province at this point and holding the lead now. And here my opponent exchanges actually their fool's gold, a pair of fool's gold for 2 golds obviously. That's what you get for exchanging fool's gold. I was a bit surprised. I generally like to keep my fool's gold, especially given that the deck is a bit thinner than normal here, but I mean exchanging them is decent too, I guess. So here I have a bit of choice and I put the money back to hopefully, you know, boost my next hand and pick up a duchy here. Doesn't really do much sticking that dollar back. And my opponent picks up the province here. So now I have a bit of a lead at this point, and that is only through the estate that my opponent trashed. That's the only reason I have a lead at this point. So it's serious as the tiebreaker right now, and I suppose I'm glad for that. Pick up a duchy on that hand very easily. My opponent can go for province here, and well, had they been a psychic or a seer or something, they'd have known it was safe. But I believe my opponent is just going to push a coin token and pick up a pair of duchies, which is much, much safer. So for me, this Mandarin is going to put the horse traders back. I haven't seen any fool's gold for this shuffle yet, so I'm hoping to see it with the horse traders. Nothing comes with the horse traders, and my other source of plus buy is here, so oh well, what can you do? Again, locked on points, save for that trashed estate. So the game is very, very tense and close up to this point. My opponent even has a bit of a think here with the Mandarin coming out. 1 coin token in the back, I believe. I have no access to coin tokens, so that's a bit scary. And 5 is enough for the province. So here I can get up to province number 4 for me here, but really, I think that's just unnecessarily risky. If I take the province, my opponent can't take the province. They already have guaranteed 2 coins. Just need 6 more. That can come very easily. A pair of fool's gold and something. So I don't see any point in taking this province. I can play it safe and wait for my turn. Maybe use Mandarin to stick fool's gold back, as I can do here, and then pick up the province. So I go for the duchy and the estate at this point. My opponent follows me on the estate route here. I'm happy to see my opponent follow me on the estate route, because if we keep going estate for estate, I will be 1 point ahead on the trashed estate, and then it would really come down to me getting one of the last 2 provinces. So foregoing the Mandarin here, just trying to stay ahead of the estate game, because my opponent with the extra plus buys can buy more estates than me potentially. So here my opponent goes for a Mandarin at this point, sticking a fool's gold and a gold on top of their deck. So maybe something big will happen on that turn. 5 here, I can't really do much. Could go for a Mandarin, but just going to keep hitting the estates. My opponent cannot win on triple estate there, so confident about taking those 2 estates at this point. And here my opponent has province. Has to go for it, I think, at this point, and the estate, but luckily for me, I'm able to find 3 fool's gold and pick up the last province for the win. So, you know, a bit of a luck-based game really here with the money strategies, but that's how they come sometimes in Dominion, and you just have to play it as they come. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.